Hey, Marianne here, and welcome to the posture workout. This month we have a hip joint mobilizing and stabilizing routine, and we're starting off with our first exercise, standing scapular contractions. You have 3 sets of 10 reps. So I want you to come back to stand up against a wall with your feet hip width distance apart, point your feet straight ahead, bring your heels all the way back to meet the wall. Make sure that your butt is touching, your upper back is touching, and your head is touching the wall. Begin to squeeze your shoulder blades together and down and release. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and slide them down your back. Hold it for a count of 1 and release. Continue for 3 sets of 10. Now a few things here. Check to make sure that your toes are relaxed. Relax the toes. And make sure that your weight is evenly distributed from left to right in your feet. And relax your belly, okay? Take your time here. Make sure you're looking straight ahead. Keep your head all the way back up against the wall. And emphasize the movement here of squeezing back for a count of 1. Hold it for a count of 1. And release for a count of 1. Our second exercise here is standing shrugs. We have 3 sets of 10 reps, still in the same position. Squeeze your shoulder blades together in the back and keep them together as you shrug up, then pull down with your shoulders. I want you to emphasize keeping the shoulder blades squeezed together as you pull down. We're going for 3 sets of 10 reps here. Keep your belly relaxed. Keep your toes relaxed. Okay, make sure that your weight is equally distributed from left to right. And your heels must be touching the wall. Breathe into your belly. Keep the shoulder blades pinned together in the back. Shrug the shoulders up the wall and actively pull them down, keeping the shoulder blades pinned together the whole time. So you're going for a nice, smooth, even movement up and smooth, even movement down. All the way up, all the way down, keeping those shoulder blades pinned together in the back. Now for hip crossover stretch. The setup position is critical here. So start off by looking at your feet. Position your feet so that they are a fist and a half width between the ankle joints, pointed straight ahead. Then lay back, place your arms on the floor. You're going to want your arms at 90 degrees here with your palms down so your arms are straight out from your shoulders. And I'm starting off here crossing my left leg over my right. So you're going to place the ankle bone on the portion of your leg just above your knee joint, that little soft spot just above your knee joint. As you rotate your legs over to the right, the goal is for the outer edge of that right leg to come all the way to meet the floor and for the bottom of the left foot to come to meet the floor. You're going to turn your head in the opposite direction and breathe into your belly. And actively press your knee out here just using the strength of your hip. So don't use your hands to press that knee out. So your palms should be down with your fingers spread wide. Press your palms and your fingers flat into the floor as you hold this position. Now our minute is up. We're going to bring the legs back to the middle. Reposition your feet so they're hip width distance apart. That step is critical. You can't miss that step. Cross your right leg over your left so that your ankle bone is at that soft spot just above your left knee. And slowly rotate your legs towards the left so that the outer portion of the left leg comes to meet the floor and the sole of the right foot comes to meet the floor. Now this is really important. As you rotate your leg to the side, do not let your foot slide in towards the midline of your body. So that's why it's so important that you position your feet hip width distance apart to start, because when you end up in this position with your legs to the side, your foot and your ankle of the down leg should still be in line with the hip joint. So we're breathing here, pressing that knee out, pressing the right knee out away from the body. And the goal is to get that right femur bone perpendicular to the floor. So you're pressing out actively and breathing. All right, good job there with hip crossover stretch. Now we're getting into some strengthening exercises here. We have double with a block at your feet and a strap at your knees. A yoga block will do. If you don't have a yoga block, you can use a box or even a stack of books and a strap around your knees. The knees should be 1.5 width apart, and the strap should not be stretchy, so you need something that's taut. And you're going to press out against the strap at the same time press in against the block. Focus on nice, slow presses here. Breathe. And take 1 full second to press. Hold it for a full second, and 1 full second to release. So you should start to feel this in your hips. What we're doing here is we're activating and strengthening deep stabilizer muscles in the hips. And this is a very challenging exercise, so be sure to take your time. And if you're having a hard time pressing out against the strap at the same time that you press in against the block, that's perfectly okay. A lot of people have that problem. It's kind of like patting your head and rubbing your stomach at the same time. So a nice little trick here is to press out against the strap first, hold it, then press in against the block, hold both, and then release. Try that way for a little while until you get the hang of it, until you build the coordination to be able to press out against the strap and in against the block at the same time. Now we have double switch with the strap at the ankle joints and the block at the knee. So adjust the position of your strap here so that your ankle joints are the same distance as your knee joints, and the block at your knees should be about 6 inches wide. And this time, you guessed it, you're going to do the opposite here. You're going to press out against the strap with your ankle joints, at the same time in against the block with your knees. Keep your stomach relaxed, and don't rock your hips. So your hips should stay pretty still. And again, you should feel this in the muscles of your hips. Breathe, take your time, and take a full second to perform each contraction. 1 second to press, 1 second to hold, and 1 full second to release. So you do want to take breaks here. So we have 2 sets of 15 of the double and 2 sets of 15 of the double switch. So I do want you to do 15 reps and then stop, relax, take a break, and then start with your second set of 15. That's going to prevent compensation, and that's how you can make sure that your body is recruiting the correct muscles here. So we're pressing outward against the strap with the ankles, inward against the block with the knees. Now we're going to come up into a kneeling counter stretch. Place your forearms against a chair or a piece of furniture here. Step your knees all the way back so that your knee joints are directly beneath your hip joints. And kick your hips back and bring your chest down towards the floor. Now a couple of fine-tuning points here. Your knee joints should be a 1.5 fist width distance apart. That's going to place the knee joint directly below the hip, and the lower legs should be going directly back from the knees. Kick the hips back, place an arch in the low back, and drop the chest down towards the floor. And what we're doing here is we're getting into that mid to upper back. We're extending the mid to upper back. This exercise feels amazing. It's also very challenging on the shoulders. So if you do feel any pain in your shoulders with this exercise, you can lay off of this for a couple of days and come back to it when you're ready. Now for sitting elbow curls with strap. This exercise is much harder than it looks. So if this is your first time ever doing elbow curls, I want you to try this first with no strap for about a week so that you can get the coordination of the elbow curls themselves, and then add the strap. So your strap will be just above your knee joints with your knees a fist to a fist and a half width distance apart. What you're doing here is you're pressing constantly with constant pressure outward against the strap with your knee joints. You're rolling your hips forward to place an arch in your low back, and you're placing your knuckles at your temple with your fingers curled right there at that second knuckle with the thumbs pointed down to the floor, bringing your elbows to touch, bringing your elbows all the way back apart. Inhale when your elbows come apart, exhale when they come together, and keep that pressure outward against the strap. Nice work! Now let's get into some things to remember for exercise number 1, the standing scapular contractions. Do not shrug your shoulders up. Pull the shoulders down and back. For the sitting elbow curls with the strap, don't have loose hands. So here's the correct way, bent at the second knuckle with the thumbs extended. And also don't let the elbows come down low. Keep those elbows up high. Here's what that looks like, elbows high. And don't move your head. So this is what it looks like here to move the head front to back. You want to imagine that your head is up against a wall when you do this exercise. Keep the head still. And breathe. Congratulations on completing your daily posture workout. Make this a daily habit to complete your posture workout first thing in the morning. This workout will set you up for your day. If you have questions or comments, post them to the Facebook group, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye.